So I've been doing this experiment on YouTube to see if I could get found, if I could get views, if I can have any kind of experience that would encourage me that YouTube channels might work for somebody new. So here's my background. My husband and I have one income. I have some health issues like stomach aches and headaches for random reasons. And it's very difficult to work a full-time job if you randomly have headaches and stomach aches and fatigue. Fatigue is hard. So in between, I can work, but I can't always guarantee I can make it to a 9-to-5 job. And that would be highly stressful. So I looked into what can I do in between. Well, I could try YouTube. I'm not sure that I'm an amazing public speaker, but I could try. So we decided to do this experiment. We're hearing people say that YouTube is now doing more algorithm changes to help smaller channels so that people like us can get found more easily and that we can just have a chance out there in YouTube. So we decided to do this, and we said, well, we should at least try 30 days and see how it goes. Maybe 60, maybe 90. Hopefully it'll just work out. We can get a little progress toward eventually getting a little side income. And if it does, then we can continue. So for now, we're starting with 30 days to see how it's going to go. And today we're on day 14. So this is a good time to update you. At the end, we'll put in some of our updated details on our channel. So here's how we're doing it. This is some of the things we're going to do. They say post consistently. That's something we hear a lot. Post consistently, and that's a good idea. Why not? Then people will know when you're posting, and if you put up more videos, you have more opportunity to get found. You have more views. If each video gets a certain number of views, more videos equals more views. So we're going to try to post consistently and regularly and pretty often, maybe like every day. And so we've been doing it. So far, I was hoping that every day would be doable. I did not know if I could do it every day. But I thought, let's try every day, because that's what a lot of people are saying really helps. And we can use help. So let's do it every day. And so far, we have done it every day. And that's been really great. I can't guarantee if we can stay at that rate, but we're going to try. So they're saying YouTube is easy and that we have to be authentic. So if we just try to be authentic, try to share our personal story, we'll be sharing more of that. First thing to share is just our financial challenge. With one income, it is challenging. As many of you know, inflation has hit, food prices have gone up, our housing costs have gone up, and due to all of that, and some other issues that came up, including a flood at one point, and we had to move, and now we're sitting in a very small place to live. And it's a okay temporary situation, but we really need to look at growing. And the area has expensive housing, or the cheap housing in a basement is not adequate for my health or my husband's health, because we're both very sensitive to mustiness of the basement. And so we've got a challenge to try to find better housing, and an increase in income could help that a great deal. So that's a big one. So what we're going to try to do on YouTube is to try to work on the topics that do well. People are saying you need not just to be on YouTube, but you also need some strategy. So look at what might actually do well that you could talk about. So many people are talking about their lives and their jobs and how it's working, how they can manage financially. So we're going to be talking about that. And we're also going to be sharing our YouTube journey to see if that helps. So later we're going to add more of our story, details, how we had the flood and moved, and some other challenges that we've had in the past. We have a lot to our story, as many people do, so that'll be fun and interesting. So here's some tips that we've learned on YouTube. that could be helpful to other people. And the biggest thing that they're saying is that we just need to be authentically us. Okay. How do we do that when it's hard to talk to a camera? But if we just remember there's a person out there behind the camera, that there's real people, and they might really benefit from this story, from our story, from our financial challenges, from just how tight we have to budget and how long we've been doing this, and how every time we seem to grow financially, we seem to have something that comes and has a big expense attached, and we just aren't able to get very far ahead. And challenges with just having a job that didn't have any retirement plan, and how we dealt with that. So we'll have a lot to share. But the good thing about YouTube nowadays is that really you can just be authentic, and it's not as complicated for everyone. Many channels still do a lot of editing. They might do some of these things, but you don't have to. There are people out there who are now finding that they can just do a channel and share their life story, share things they're learning, share growth, share experiences, and they don't have to be editing a lot of clips, putting together a fancy thing. They just have a real person. People need that. We all need real people in our lives. We want to have people out there that can be real and share. And so people are watching some of that. So the thing for us is going to be to find our niche. And we're starting just with our budgeting, financial growth challenge of being on one income, and how we're looking at side hustles to fill that gap of income, and what else we can do to try to improve our lives and grow. Our channel is called Float a Coconut, and the coconuts will fall off the tree, they'll land in the water, and they'll float until they hit the shore. And the shore is the perfect place for them to grow. And that's what many of us need to do. We need to just continue heading, finding the ways, finding the situations that will work till we can consider the very best, like till we see ourselves growing, till we see the tight situations becoming a little more reasonable, and the challenges becoming met. And anyway, we hope to see growth. So we're floating to the shore where we hope we can grow. One thing we hope to do is just to be consistent, and that's what everybody should do if they're on YouTube. You can really try and see how it's going to work. A lot of people are vlogging. In the past, that wasn't really popular. I think there's still something popular about it, but you don't always have to do that. And I looked at that a lot before. I thought, well, vlogging could be fun. I mean, little stories about our lives. Our lives have stories. Every day we have a story. Every day in our lives is a story. We could vlog about that, but there's so much editing that could be involved depending on how you do it. And time-wise, we weren't sure if we could keep up. But we have a lot of information and a lot of knowledge and a lot of life, and that can be a benefit. So people are saying now on YouTube also that the better thing is a long-form video. People can do shorts, but if you want any income, a side income, then a little bit longer video will really make a difference, because the shorts bring people in, but it's very hard to get monetized with shorts. And some people say don't do both, that the shorts will distract from your long form and it's really not effective. So I don't know about that, but that's where we're at. We're going to try that. So negative comments, they say, will happen. And yes, in our 14 days, we have experienced negative comments. And what we did, we just deleted them, because the people are telling something about themselves. If they get on there and make something negative, then we don't need to listen to that. And we have to be strong enough in ourselves to believe in ourselves in spite of what a few other people might say. But the surprising thing that I've found in 14 days is the few comments that we have gotten, most of them are positive or encouraging or kind in some way or helpful. So it's really not as scary as you'd think. And as somebody put it, the positive comments outweigh the negative, and the benefit that you get from hearing those positive comments and encouragements and suggestions are much greater than the negative comments. And when the negative comments come, delete. So we're going to keep trying. Everybody needs to keep trying if you're on here, and don't give up too easily, because what happens with YouTube is you find that there's some videos just get a few views and some will get a lot. So you have to keep going even if you have videos that only get a few views, and you'll get better and you'll find the right topics, and some of them will get a lot of views. So just keep going even if you don't see steadiness. Maybe you see some ups and some downs, ups and some downs. So that's what we're going to try to do. That's why we set a 30-day trial period, and hopefully 60 or 90 days. So the other thing that's good on YouTube is if we engage with other people, that really helps to get community. So, I can watch other people's videos, and then I can like them if I like them, and I can subscribe to some of them that really fit me and that I'm really interested in. And by doing that, we can create kind of a community. And I've already discovered that if people have a title that might be for new YouTubers, and if their subscriber count is small, and if their views are small, I feel this sense of we're in this together, right? And it's a great time to just see others who are doing what we're doing. So we treat it like a job, and we don't quit our job until we get more than what we need in a job. So if you have a regular job, a 9-to-5 job, YouTube, as I said, has ups and downs. So you don't want to quit your job when you have the up, because you might have the down. Now, only if your job is way up and the ups and downs are well above what you really need, that would be the time you could consider to quit your job. But don't just do it on the whim, because YouTube, you have a good video and then you get some money, and then you have some that are average and it's less. So you have to make sure that you're really stable for a good long time before you would consider relying on anything from YouTube. So YouTube is mostly just extra. So when you think about keywords to put on your videos, what people are telling us, and this is what we've been doing, is to keep it simple. It seems like there have been times where people just put a whole list of keywords, but really your video just needs some, what's your main topic, and a few that just will help it get found, but don't go overboard on the keywords. It's not necessary. So if you're not getting views, change something. And I think for us, for my husband and I, we just need to get really good at our video, and we need to get good at thinking of the right topics and sharing good information, and we just need to keep working on changing things. We've changed a couple thumbnails to see if that will help. We still have a lot of practice to do. So partly I feel like these first 14 days have just been a good opportunity to practice, and I really feel like I need a lot more time to practice, actually. So YouTube could actually be kind of a good side job. There's a lot of good reasons for that. It's flexible. You don't have a boss. You can do it when you want, and you get to share your thoughts. And really, nobody's interrupting me while I'm sharing my thoughts. So most anybody could do this. You just need to be able to get on here and show your personality and your insights. I still think there's growth to do. We'll find how we relate better, but we're going to try to be real and authentic and share the journey with others. So our channel so far has, in 14 days, we had 834 views, and we had 13 hours of watch time. We have a total now of 38 subscribers. So that's a small channel. 14 days in, 834 views, 13 hours of watch time, and 38 subscribers. And we're so happy for every subscriber. It's just really touching to see every little bit of growth in this YouTube journey. So if any of you are considering YouTube, yeah, you know, it's a great thing, I think. I mean, so far, I feel like I have learned. I have learned to face myself and face a camera, to face a difficult thing, to try to think of topics that people would want, to try to understand a recording on a phone and how that works, to try to, what else? I just feel like I've learned so many things that uploading and downloading and editing, the beginning and the end, and I've realized it's not good to edit very much. Try to keep your videos with limited editing when you're new, because it takes time and everything else is already taking time. So many things to learn. So you just have to keep it simple and be real, be who you are, share your life, and we'll be sharing more. But just as I said, you know, we have some health challenges and we're on one income, and a little extra could be a blessing. And if nothing else, I really found that there's a world out there where we can connect with other people and we can share. So yeah, I encourage other people to try it, for sure. If you're considering it, just get on your phone, press the button, upload, practice if you need to. And just think about the people out there who want to know what you're doing. They might be thinking of doing the same thing, and they might want to hear from others who've done the same thing and who are on the journey and who are trying to get exposure on YouTube and trying to get views and trying to share topics and trying to have people in the world learn something. So we're going to continue, and we hope you will continue to. Thanks for watching.